All right, guys. No cool range videos today. My Pro Timer decided to shit the bed as soon as I got here. I went to Costco last night because I got a low battery indicator yesterday and bought an entire pack of 9 volts and then proceeded to leave them all in the battery drawer. Yay. So what I just did was 20 rounds of one-shot draws. Now, keeping in mind my personal accuracy standard of 90%, if I am moving at the right pace for where I'm at right now, I should have 2 out. If I'm trying to get better, I should have more than 2 out. I should be around 80%, keeping myself honest. So here's what we got, the tail of the tape. This was done at 10 yards from the draw. So as fast as I could do them. So that's a out from a previous run. So I've got this high boy from an early trigger break. I got this one again from where I broke the trigger before I couldn't see the dot. Come on, camera. And then as you guys can see, the rest of them are in there. So I'm within my personal, like, kind of, you know, on any given day can you perform, but my times are not great. I'm probably, you know, fastest shot I broke was probably a 1.3 maybe, and I probably had shots going up as late as like 1.8, 1.85. But I'm trying to focus on the things that I can affect. Getting pressure on the trigger sooner once I decide that I'm gonna go ahead and apply lethal force, which is the whole reason for the draw. And then consistent presentation of the gun. A lot of my time delay is the fact that I'm getting the gun out to extension and my dot is not in the window right now. That is where the gun is indexing, because I've been shooting a 2011 Nighthawk. Been shooting a Nighthawk since September. So completely different grip angle, and when I put myself on subconscious mode autopilot to try to max speed, the neural pathways that are built up as far as the amount of angle in my wrist are much more upright based on the 2011 frame. So I'm punching the gun out and the Glock is actually at an angle like this, and I'm having to lower it, acquire the dot, and then complete the trigger prep, which is all adding time to my magical super fast whatever, you know. So, you know, there are mechanical things that I could be doing better as far as the draw, cleaning up how I'm moving it, all that good Jedi mechanical advantage stuff from his class, which is, you know, heavily intensive on this type of ability to perform. You know, a little bit more forgiving on the strike zone, but the mechanics of getting the gun out, acquiring your dot, all of that stuff, it's all the same. So there's definitely some body mechanic stuff that I can work, and then there's some retraining that I need to do so that when I punch that gun out, I'm not having to physically make a conscious decision to say, it's not on target, now it's on target. I should be flowing and the gun should be 95% there. I either accept it as good enough and pull the trigger, or I give it the 5% correction and I break the sear. And that's where you're going to get into these really accurate, you know, 1 to 1.2, 1.3, you know, like kill them dead every time 10-yard shots. So I'm a little disappointed. That's not true. There is nothing that I am seeing in my performance that I did not anticipate was going to be here, based off of not shooting this platform and based off not shooting this platform and taking a month off from shooting the guns. I mean, this is all completely expected. Do I wish that I could just come out here and magically shoot as good with a Glock as I did when I put it away back in, you know, September sometime or whenever it was I quit shooting my 17? Sure I do. Everybody wishes they could do that. A lot of you guys don't get really extensive range time until you go to a class, and then you go to the range, and it's months after you finished up Jedi's class and you had a 1 second draw, or you went to no fail pistol and you were shooting high 90s on the B8, and you go out there and it just isn't there. And as long as you know that, as long as you're self-aware to know, if I haven't put in the time and the money into training, I'm not as good as I was, and understand that's what you're delivering to a gunfight. If you go to a gunfight that day, you're fine. It's fine. I mean, yeah, you might die, but it's fine. Inability to understand that, and showing up to a gunfight thinking that it was the day after a Chuck class or a Fish class or a Bill class or whatever, and trying to perform to that level 6 months after, that's how you get thrown shots. That's how you get suspects that aren't dead. That's how you get innocents that are struck with your gunfire. So self-awareness, it's a thing. Shooting is good or bad. It's just whatever you're bringing on a given day, but self-awareness is forever. And the dot doesn't lie. If the dot ain't there, you don't have the shot.